Today I'm gonna make my mom's version of taco salad. I realize this is about as traditional Mexican as my mom is, which is to say not at all, but it's still really, really delicious. It's a great way to feed kids vegetables. My kids devour this, and it's very, very easy to make. Takes less than 30 minutes. Let's get to it. First thing, we have some vegetables and ground chicken that we're going to cut up, and you can use any kind of ground meat that you want, beef, pork, turkey, whatever. So we have a pan that we'll put over just medium heat to start heating up. And then I have a zucchini and a sweet onion. I'm just going to dice these up really small and put them in to cook with the chicken. Add a couple tablespoons of olive oil, and then in go the vegetables. Give it a good stir. Right after you put it in there, drop the temperature down just below medium. And we're going to stir that frequently, just kind of keep it moving along. We'll let it just kind of let go of some of the liquid, cook that out before we add the chicken and the seasonings. While that is happening, we'll start cutting up some of our other vegetables. Here are the things that I need to have cut. I have 2 small snacking cucumbers. You can use like a hothouse cucumber as well. It's fine, or really any cucumber you want. Got a couple of those. 3 green onions, 1 avocado, and then 2 bell peppers of whatever color variety you want. I've got a red and a orange one here. So I'm just gonna cut these, again, pretty small, almost as small as those pieces that we cut for the onions and the zucchini, and just put them all back in this bowl for now. I'm cutting the vegetables still, but checked on this, and this is ready for me to add the chicken. It's just kind of sweat out a little bit. The onions have turned a little bit translucent. So 1 pound of ground chicken. And then I have here just some store-bought taco seasoning, whatever your favorite kind is. This is about like 5 to 6 tablespoons of taco seasoning, and this will just go right in. I'm going to turn that back up to medium, and we will just stir this frequently as it's getting cooked. Make sure that the chicken doesn't cook in big clumps or anything like that. I can see here that I've got quite a bit of pepper, and this is a really large bell pepper, so I'm only going to use half of this one. You want to end up with about probably 1.5 cups of diced bell pepper. I'm also gonna cut up these cherry tomatoes, just cut them into quarters. I've got about a cup of cherry tomatoes in here. You can also just use a regular whole tomato. This is getting close to the end, so I'm gonna cut that temperature down, just medium low. We're just about there. The avocado, cut down the center, just kind of come around it a little bit. If you twist it, it'll open up. Take the knife into the pit, and then from the back, squeeze it off there into the garbage. And when you're dicing, just very carefully run the knife through here up against the skin. Be careful not to push too hard so you don't go through the skin. But it's just a very easy way to chop or dice an avocado, and go back the other way. And a spoon around the edges, scoop it all out. Empty. All right, everything that we've chopped is right here. We've got the peppers, the cucumbers, onions, tomatoes, and the avocado. I'm just gonna dump this now into the salad. This is just actually 1 bag of washed and cut romaine lettuce. And now the chicken is done. But it needs to cool down before we put it in here, or else the lettuce is going to wilt. It'll be kind of gross. And so we're going to transfer the chicken from that pot into this bowl here that I already have out. I'll stir that around as it's cooling and just kind of finish up everything else for the salad. I have a small can of just chopped olives. This is half a can of black beans. I have a handful of cilantro, which I'm just gonna roughly chop. That in. Cilantro is optional if you're one of those weirdos who thinks it tastes like soap, but poor you, says I. And this is one 10-ounce bag of, this is Frito chips. You can use whatever kind of corn chip you want, but I like the Frito scoops, actually. That's very specific, but I feel like they have the best texture and my kids like it the most, so we just use that. And then shredded cheese. You can use cheddar, pepper jack. I have actually a mix of both. This is just 2 cups of shredded cheese, 8 ounces. Well, this is continuing to cool. We will get this stirred up as evenly as we can. So all the meat and those cooked vegetables right on top. They don't have to be, you're not waiting for them to be cold. You just don't want them to be all piping hot. And the last step, 1 cup of Thousand Island dressing. And again, just mix it till it's even. Okay, that's all she wrote. Great dish to make if you have, you know, just like a large group of people, family reunions and stuff during the summer. This is perfect. If you have people coming over for dinner, everybody that I've fed this to has loved it, even kids, even other people's kids. And so it's a great one to have in your back pocket whenever you need it. Give it a try. Link to the full recipe in the description of this video. Let us know how you liked it, and we hope you enjoyed it.